Welcome back, welcome back. It's your boy, TurboTabs. More interviews. This time, I'm joined by... You know what? Let's do something different, Scyper. I'm going to have you introduce yourself, okay? I want you... You can paint this any way you want it, so introduce yourself to the crowd.
Good evening, everyone. It's a Scyper here. Finished demo man and ready to pound on LAN.
Wow, very humble, Scyper. No accolades in there, nothing like... I used to be the Prem demo man. Got... how many kills was it? 46? 46 kills in the last game, literally, and I didn't talk about any of that. On the VOD back, you're gonna all I had talked about was all the times you died. But sadly, we must move on. We must move on. All right. First off, I've just got to ask you, how was your travel here? Because it seems everyone's got a fun travel story. Have you had any struggles during your travels?
No, we didn't have any struggles. We started our trip in Thursday morning at 2 a.m. I started driving from Finland to Turku, and we took a boat with 8 people to Stockholm. After that, we drove all the way around here.
It's very good, very good. Very nice to see, actually hear a happy story for once. So, I mean, being Finnish, I can't assume that this is your first time in Sweden, or is it? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, what do you think to Sweden? Is there anything different about it? Anything that's shocked you or surprised you at all about the country?
It's quite familiar with Finland, to be honest. Nothing very different.
All right. Cool, 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 cool. So, now you've been to a fair share of lands as well. Like I was talking to Bear about this, but what are your personal impressions of the land so far? You've had more chance to kind of like interact with things, and you played a few games and whatnot. What do you think to just the LAN in general?
I really enjoy playing at LANs. That's why I want to go every LAN as possible. But sometimes even it's hard to get free time from work. But I just got this weekend for free.
So, what do you think to the style of LAN here? Where usually the atypical LAN is where you bring your own computer, bring your own peripherals, all this stuff. Like, do you prefer having to bring your own computer just with the familiarity, or do you actually like it that you don't have to travel all your stuff with you?
It's kind of good that you don't have to take everything with you. I like that the PCs are set up here. You don't have to do anything else than set up your own stuff and add your custom folders and stuff like that.
All right, excellent, excellent. Now, I want to talk about your team, obviously, because this is Team Fortress 2. So, tell me about your team. I feel like I don't really know them or anything like that. I haven't done my research. I'm a terrible caster, but you guys have to fill me in. What's the story behind your team?
To be fair, I don't know much either. I have played with them once before LAN, just once. That was like 5 days before LAN. So they've been playing like several times together, but I just joined them like 4 days before the LAN.
What would you say your biggest struggles with the team you've or that you've dealt with so far? Have you got any struggles with the team? Is there anything like, oh man, we're really working on this right now, or we did have this issue? Like any problems that you've overcome with the team?
We're quite missing the communication from flank sometimes, but I think we're getting better and better all the time since we took the second win today. So I think we're doing quite well, to be honest.
All right. I think one question's fair. Team over. Let's talk about Scyper, right? That's what people want to know. That's why they were begging for the Scyper interview. Okay. How did you get started in TF2, man? Like, what's your story?
I got introduced to TF2 by one of my friends a long time ago. But in the competitive TF2, it took like 2,000, 3,000 hours before I started to playing. I only played like pubs, nothing else. But my friends started to say that you should try out, and I've been playing competitive like 4 years now.
So can you remember back to your first LAN, Scyper? Like, what was that like, and what was it? Can you remember?
Yeah, I was first time TF2 LAN was I-58. I came alone. I didn't have a team. Oh, we had a team. We had a team, which was a full mix-up. We played couple of games and we dropped from the first brackets already, so we didn't have a much to play. But
what was it about that LAN that made you come back for more? There must have been something that happened at that LAN. It's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to keep coming back to these LANs.
I think after the LAN I managed to get into the Prem. Oh, okay. So that made me want to play TF2 more and more and more. And when we reached I-61, I managed to get into the Nania team, and we played quite well as well in that LAN.
Now, it must have been describe what your road was like to your Prem. Like, would you say you've had any major rocky moments on Prem? Was there any points where you're thinking about quitting or giving it up or anything like that? Or
I think the only point of giving up was when Ams cutted me from the team. But I still didn't quit. Yeah. I'm still playing.
And look at you now, right? You're here. You're potentially on the road maybe to winning the whole shebang. I mean, we've had little underdog stories that have happened at LAN before. I mean, why not your team? Why not your team? So, do you guys feel like you can do it now that you've played a few games? Do you feel like, yeah, we could maybe go all the way?
I think we can maybe reach top 4. Maybe.
Well, that's good. That's good because top 4 I think gets you into the playoff stage as well. So what's your coming into that? Maybe you can get some like maps or something involved. Is maybe some map picks like going to help you, or have you thought about that aspect of the game at all?
Well, we started with Kaliwash. The second map was Kaliwash, so I think we're gonna play with it. Kaliwash might be our map.
Wow, I thought you'd be more vague than that. Now they're gonna ban that map. Jesus, Scyper. This is shaking my head. Anyway.
But it might be that I'm cheating as well.
Oh, mind games. Mind games. I like it, Scyper. I like it. Now, I asked the same question to Bear earlier, but I feel like, you know, it's always nice to hear like advice, wise words from somebody who's like made it. Say if there was just some demo man just started out, what's the best piece of advice you'd give to them?
Start working out your rollouts, watch your traps, don't overextend like I do.
All right, excellent, excellent. And production are demanding more. They need more Scyper. They want more of the Scyper interview, and we're just going to have to give it to them. And I've got no more notes, so that's going to have to be thrown out. And that was my phone, so that's probably broken it. But that's all right. So, oh, wrap it up, he meant, actually. Lesson learned. Anyway, any closing thoughts at all? Closing thoughts.
Enjoy the games.
Preach. Anyway, this has been the interview section. I've been TurboTabs. With me has been Scyper. Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to have more games on your way very soon.